Hello, learner. Welcome to Mr. Quakers Teaches. I am Mr. Quakers. Now, in this lesson, I'll be simplifying Elizabeth Daryush's poem, Children of Wealth. This is a sample analysis if you've seen it on YouTube, Facebook, or any of my social media handles. For the complete analysis that contains predicted questions for the GCSE or IGCSE, sample grade 9 or A-star essays, visit www.mrquakersteaches.com. Now, furthermore, for one-on-one tuition or group for the GCSE, for all the components for prose, poetry, drama, and the unseen, you can reach me directly via Telegram or WhatsApp on +233 55 398 5533, or you can even send me an email on mrquakersteaches@gmail.com. Now, I don't only help with the analysis like this for the prose, the drama, and then the unseen. I also assist with writing as well. So if you understand the poem but then you just need help with writing A-star or grade 9 essays, you can reach out directly to me. Let's jump in. Now, the first thing I want to speak about for a few seconds is about the poet Elizabeth Daryush. She was born on 8th December 1887 and then she died on the 7th of April 1977. She was an English poet. She was the daughter of Robert and Monica Bridges. And I found her history quite fascinating because we're told, for example, that according to John Finlay, writing in the edition of literary biography, Daryush, according to him, early poetry is preoccupied with rather conventional subject matter and owes a great deal to the Edwardian. So there's this, because I also teach history as well, there's this bridge of history and then English in her history. I mean, you can read find more about her in your spare time. Now, this is how the poem appears on the anthology. It's a 3-stanza poem, 3 on equal lines actually, as a rhyme scheme. I'll speak about them as we continue. Now, let me begin by reading out the poem, Children of Wealth by Elizabeth Daryush. Children of wealth, in your warm nursery, set in the cushioned window seat to watch the volume snow, guarded invincibly by the clear double pane through which no touch ultimately penetrates. You cannot tell what winter means. Its cruel truths to you are only sound and sight. Your citadel is safe from feeling and from knowledge too. Go down. Go out to elemental wrong. Waste your 2 round limbs. Turn your skin too white. The glass of comfort, ignorance, seems strong today. And yet, perhaps this very night, you wake up in horror's wrecking fire. Your home is wired within for this in every room. Now, let me just give a brief summary of the poem. The poem essentially is by this speaker or this poetic voice, who in the first stanza speaks about the condition of a group of people that she describes as the children of wealth. But then in the second stanza, she tells them to move, almost like an advice, forcefully, quite with an imperative tone, to go and then find out what the world is really about. Before, in the third and final stanza, she predicts, a very gloomy, fearful end to them, because according to her, in the room that they live, it's already sort of rigged to cause fire or commotion. So that essentially is a short summary of the poem. Now, one of the first things I want us to look at is the use of the powerful adjective wealth. Now, figuratively, the designation children of wealth creates the impression that the persona, so the group of people that the speaker is talking about, were born by personified wealth. So it sort of personifies wealth and presents it as something that can give birth. But in a literal sense, the speaker is highlighting the wanton or stupendous affluence of the parents of the subjects of the poem and their own lives, like the children's life or the persona's life that is overflowing with excessive provision. So just this phrase, children of wealth, or this description, children of wealth, is quite heavy on the motif that we see running in the entire poem about how wealth sort of makes people, unable to properly relate with their environment. So they have like this detached attachment to, the setting that they live or where they live. Now, one of the first things and the key things I also want you to note is the fact that this poem is written in the second person point of view, and we see that in the use of the second person possessive pronoun your. Now, this shows that the speaker is not speaking, or the poetic voice is not speaking to the reader. Instead, she's speaking directly to the children of wealth. Remember, that's the description with which she opens the poem. Now, she's speaking to them presumably because she wants them to know. And I also get the impression that she wants to show that she's not afraid of them. She can speak directly to them even though their parents are affluent, or even if they were born by personified wealth. Now, the use of the description warm nursery to describe where they live provides tactile imagery of the perfect and idyllic temperature of the room that they are in. So they live in this almost like perfect, ideal world. And the second line, she says, "Set in the cushioned window seat to watch." Now, this is quite powerful, even though it's just a string of words. But the use of the word "setting" communicates that the children were put there by someone else, so they didn't do it by themselves. Again, this is points to the affluence or the wealth of their parents, to the extent that even sitting down is something that is done for them. So when I read this poem, for example, what comes to my mind is the movie Coming to America, where we see the character, the prince there being his teeth being brushed, him being washed. I think they're like this sense. So they are set. So everything is done for these people. Then the use of the description cushioned highlights that the seats that they're sitting on is well padded. It's comfortable. So they are not placed in rough places. They are placed in places that are extremely comfortable. Then the next thing that we see is where they are set. The window seat. Now, if you join airplanes, for example, you know that people want to sit by the window. But here, the children are presented are kept in this window seat, which is a reference to the perfect sitting position. Now, it's not only the perfection of the sitting position, but the fact that where they are sitting allows them or provides them a panoramic view of their surrounding. And what are they doing? They are just watching. Now, if you're watching, it means you're not taking part. Essentially, you're a spectator. So they are detached, and then they are also sheltered as well. So they are, in a sense, detached and sheltered spectators and observers. So they are just sitting down and watching. Now, she continues, and then she says the volleying snow. The use of the word volleying there is a powerful adjective that provides vivid visual imagery of the snow pouring down heavily. Remember, these children of wealth are detached, but outside it is pouring ceaselessly in quick succession, the snow. Then, after a comma, she continues that guarded invisibly. So, guarded invisibly is an allusion to the unseen protection. So, you cannot see it, but then it's there. That is provided to the personas against the dangerous elements or the volleying snow that's outside. Again, it's in essence, no harm can come to them from outside. She describes what is providing protection to the personas as by the clear double pane, through which no touch. And then you rolls into the next line with enjambment. I'll talk about this as we progress. Ultimately penetrates. Now, the use of by the clear double pane through which no touch is a striking description because it tells that this glass is impenetrable. And it's also reinforced, double pane. So it is reinforced as well. So to doubly keep the children from the snowstorm outside. So even if the first pane is broken, the second one is another or additional layer of protection. Now, by the clear double pane through which no touch can come or may come through, may also be a metaphor for the behind-the-scene complex system that have been put in place by the children's parents or the parents of the children of wealth to keep them from experiencing negative things in life. So I mentioned about ultimately penetrates. Ultimately penetrates suggests that the children of wealth are not allowed to have certain life experiences until the appropriate time. So if it's not at the appropriate time, they are completely shielded and sheltered. So through which no touch ultimately penetrates. So the children are perpetually protected.